What's good, family? Today is about how a man should present himself if he's looking for love, or at least how he shouldn't. So I got a question from a guy that keeps striking out when he's talking to women online, and so he asked me for some advice. He actually let me look into some of his messages to kind of get a gauge of what was happening because he couldn't figure it out. He asked me for a video response, so here it goes. But first, let's read this question. Hi, Kev. I've been on dating apps for years, and it always seems like I'm getting ghosted or unmatched before I even get to the first date. I'm starting to wonder if there's something wrong with my profile or how I'm communicating. Are there common mistakes that men make on dating apps that could be turning women off? How can I make my profile stand out without seeming like I'm trying too hard? Should I ask for feedback from friends, or would that just make things awkward? I really want to make a good impression, but I feel like I'm missing something important. Good question. First of all, you doing the right thing by asking for help, asking for feedback. And I don't think that would make it awkward between your friends. I think if you really have real friends, they love you and they want the best for you. And so they're going to give you honest feedback and not try to tear you down at the same time. If you have some shitty friends, I wouldn't suggest that. Even so, I'm a dating coach, so this is what I do. Let me give you my opinion. In the messages with the 3 women that you showed me you were talking to, it's apparent that you're trying to qualify yourself to them. You're telling them about yourself, you're telling them about what you have going on, you're showing them your success. But unfortunately enough, it comes off as arrogance. Now, being an experienced man who talked too much on my own dates once or twice before, who overqualified myself a few times unintentionally just because I talk, I'm verbose, I love to talk. And if I start talking about myself, I like talking about that too. And so it was an intent when I was very young, a teenager, me trying to make sure that woman knew, hey, I'm great and you should choose me. But it came off as arrogance or that I wasn't interested in who she was and what she was about and what she felt, thought, and seen from, her perspective. And so in making that mistake a few times and getting that feedback, I quickly realized, oh, wow, I'm not qualifying myself. I'm disqualifying myself doing this. Because so many men try to purchase a woman's attention with their finances, with their material things, or with their status, some women become offended by it. They're put off by a man telling them who he is. They actually want to discover that in real time. I always tell my man clients, don't tell a woman about your success. Let her discover it. While I know and you know that qualifying yourself is actually a lack of confidence and an anxious plea to be accepted, it actually comes off as arrogance or overconfidence. And so it completely misrepresents who you are and what your intention is. There are also guys who think that that's the only thing that they have to offer a woman is some kind of status or materialism. And they don't have a clue about what partnership requires. And so when women see that, when women see men trying to qualify themselves, especially around what they've accomplished or what they have or have bought, it's almost an immediate red flag that this man might think that this is all he has to offer a woman is stuff. Not support, not respect, not consideration, not consistency, not love, not partnership, not his ear, but stuff. The quality of woman you're looking for is not going to be impressed by stuff unless stuff comes with support. Stuff comes with nurturing, stuff comes with maturity, stuff comes with self-awareness. And another problem with what you've been doing in your conversations with women is even if you find a woman who accepts that version of you or that presentation of you, she'll fall in love with your hand and not your heart. So you'll find yourself spending a lot of money on women who don't care about you, who don't want anything from you outside of what you can give them, outside of the stuff that you presented when you were qualifying yourself out of nervousness. Instead of asking questions and being curious about the person you were talking to, you were trying to tell them how you were good enough and show them through the things that you've bought, or stating your ability to perform in certain ways in life that would make them feel like status was coming. A woman who falls in love with your hand and not your heart will accept you, but for the wrong reasons. So you don't want to attract any sprinkle girls because you're trying to overqualify yourself out of nervousness, seeking acceptance and fearing rejection. I would much rather be rejected by a woman than be accepted by her for the wrong reasons. You seem to be a guy who's genuinely looking for love and partnership. So I would focus on learning to connect with women spiritually, emotionally, energetically, and intellectually. Start asking more questions about those women and what they like, what they're into, what they're passionate about. Do a lot less trying to figure out how to tell them how you're good enough for them in so many words. I didn't think you came off arrogant, but you did come off a little bit unaware and inexperienced. If you want love and partnership, talk about those concepts more often. If you don't know what to talk about, pretty soon I'll be doing a series about what to say, what questions to ask, and how to have better conversations on dates in my How to Date series. It might be in my short form content. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, which platform I'm going to use yet, but keep on the lookout for that. In the meantime, if you really want some personal coaching, go to kfig.com and book it. I'd love to talk to you personally about how you could do a better job in conversation and really present yourself as who you are instead of what you have. Because from your other messages, it really does sound like you're trying to offer love to a woman. You just don't know how to present it to her in a way that she'll see that. And because women don't want to be purchased, you're shooting yourself in the foot trying to qualify yourself. And with that said, your DM game was not the best, to be honest. You use a lot of emojis and a lot of acronyms, so it makes you also feel like you're unserious or indifferent to the conversation when you're not. So that's another thing that you're doing wrong. Because a lot of times the men who, unfortunately enough, present their wealth in the way that you've presented it, they feel too good to be true for some women. They feel like catfish, they feel like scammers, and they might not be at all. Obviously, you're not. You want love. You're looking for partnership. You respect women. We've talked. But they don't know that from your weak DMs. Anyway, I hope this advice has been helpful. Write me back if you need more help and or book a call with me, and I can talk to you more about how you can make a better impression with women. I'll get with y'all later.